Okay, I said I would do story time. So I thought I would talk to you about the fear that I used to have. I used to have a lifelong fear of scorpions after an interaction with one of them when I was about 5 years old, playing hide and seek underneath my dad's desk. It did not sting me, but I saw it and it scared me to death. I don't think I even knew what it was. And then I moved to Arizona as an adult, and there's so many scorpions here. Every house that we've lived in has had many, many scorpions, and I've always been completely freaked out by it. And it really came to, I mean, I had all kinds of close calls. I had one that crawled up my leg one time. I accidentally almost picked one up with my fingers one time. I had my own kids that were stung. Everybody around me was stung. I was scared to death of getting stung. And then one very, very late night, um, I had fallen asleep on the couch, and I went to get up and I went to close the curtains before I went to bed, and I stepped on one. I had actually stepped on one before and not gotten stung. I had actually slept on one in bed before and not gotten stung, but this time I got it right under the toe. And I had built up such a tremendous fear in my head that it was probably a lot worse than it could have or should have been. And so I started screaming. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. My son came running down the hall. He thought someone was murdering me. And you might want to tap if that triggers you. Am I saying that? If you have trauma. But so he found me in the living room on the couch crying and screaming, and when I told him what happened, he went and was my hero and slayed the scorpion. But it took me probably an hour before I realized I should tap on it. I was shaking. I was literally traumatized by a 3-inch bug and my lifelong fear of scorpions. So he went in and killed it. I started Googling what to do about scorpion stings, and I was trying different things, and I was praying and doing everything I could think of. And after about an hour, I thought I should tap on this. So I was probably a 9 out of 10. It felt like a hot knife had been stabbed into the bottom of my toe, right on that crease of the big toe. And so I started tapping, and I realized how traumatized I was. So I was just tapping on, even though I'm traumatized by this scorpion, even though it stung me. I probably spent about 15 minutes tapping. And in that 15 minutes, I went from a 9 or 10 down to like a 2 or 3. And I still had the effects of the poison in me. I was kind of shaking a little bit, and that really wasn't trauma. Some people do shake when they have a scorpion sting, and so my leg was kind of shaking, and I just kept it in ice water the rest of the night, and tapped on it a couple times after that, resolved my fear. Of course, I'm reasonable still. I don't go pick up scorpions and play with them, but I don't really think about them much anymore. So that's my fear story, my scorpion story. Have a good one.